For 25 years, the hallmarks of cancer shaped how we understood tumors. But in 2025, this framework has fundamentally changed. There is a paradigm shift. Cancer is no longer viewed as just rogue cells. It's a complex adaptive system. So in this video, I'll break down what's new and why it matters. What if cancer isn't just genetic disease, but a systemic one involving the nerves, the microbes, immunity, and aging? I'll show you how this new framework changes how we think about cancer entirely. The 2025 hallmarks of cancer reveal that cancer as a living, evolving ecosystem. Let's unpack this model, why it changes, the diagnosis, the treatment, and the prevention aspects of this disease. I'm Dr. Maitri Shankar, and today I will take you through this article, which is by Dr. Douglas Hanahan, which has been published in the Cell magazine. And this presentation has evolved from the original framework to a new multidimensional model that integrates the vast complexity of cancer biology. So let me break it up step by step. Were originally conceived by Hanahan and Weinberg in 2000 to organize the complexity of human tumors into common principles. The original paper proposed 6 acquired capabilities. An update in 2011 added 2 more capabilities and introduced enabling characteristics. Now, in 2025, we view these concepts through 4 distinct conceptual dimensions. 1, the acquired functional capabilities, that is the hallmark themselves, enabling phenotypic characteristics, the cellular composition of the tumor environment, and the systemic interactions. Now let's look at the first dimension, the functional capabilities cancer cells acquire. First, the cancer is a disease of chronic proliferation. Cells acquire the ability to sustain proliferative signaling through mutations in oncogenes like KRAS or MYC. Complementary to this, they must inactivate growth suppressors such as TP53 and RB, which normally act as gatekeepers for the cell cycle. Furthermore, cancer cells must resist programmed cell death, such as apoptosis, and establish replicative immorality by circumventing the telomere clock that limits normal cell division, often by upregulating the telomerases. Continuing with the functional hallmarks, tumors act as outlaw organs that require resources. They acquire the capability of inducing or accessing vasculature not only through apogenesis, angiogenesis, but also by co-opting existing blood vessels. They exhibit deregulated cellular metabolism, often utilizing hybrid metabolic engines that combine glycolysis and oxidative phosphorylation to support growth. Crucially, a new consolidated hallmark is unlocking phenotypic plasticity. This allows cancer cells to differentiate or switch lineages to survive stress and therapy. Finally, cancers must evade immune destruction by suppressing T cells and activate invasion and metastasis to spread to distant organs. How do cells acquire these capabilities? This brings us to the second dimension, enabling phenotypic characteristics. The oldest recognized enabler for loss of genomic integrity. This one includes gene mutations and chromosomal instability that generate the diversity of required for tumor evolution. However, we now recognize non-mutational epigenetic reprogramming, a distinct enabler allowing changes in gene expression without DNA mutation. Another critical enabler is promoting tumor promoting inflammation, where the immune cells are corrupted to support tumor growth rather than fight it. Some of the new enablers in the 2025 update highlights, we are looking at two newer enabling characteristics. First is in the innervation. We now know how tumors recruit neurons and axons. These nerves signal to cancer cells via neurotransmitters, stimulating proliferation and metastasis. Second is the polymorphic microbiomes. The bacteria and fungi residing in our tissues, not just the gut, can be polymorphic, variable between individuals. These microbes can influence cancer phenotypes, particularly by modulating whether the immune system attacks or ignores the tumor. The third dimension, the tumor microenvironment, TME, which focuses on accessories to the crime, the heterotrophic cells that populate the tumor. Beyond the cancer cells themselves, the TME, the endothelial cells, and the pericytes forming the vasculature. Cancer-associated fibroblasts, CAFs, that remodel the matrix, and immune cells like the macrophages and the neutrophils. Notably, the updated rooster now explicitly includes neurons and senescent cells. While the senescent cells have stopped dividing, they remain metabolically active and secrete factors, that is the SASP, that can stimulate tumor growth and suppress immunity. The fourth and the final dimension acknowledges that cancer is a systemic disease. Tumors interact with the entire body. Two prominent examples for modulation are aging and obesity. Aging tissues accumulate mutations and senescent cells that create a permissive environment for cancer. Similarly, obesity alters systemic signaling. For example, adipose tissues secretes hormones like leptin and adiponectin, which can drive inflammation and alter tumor metabolism. Therefore, the therapeutic strategy is the hallmark co-targeting. What does this framework matter clinically? It suggests a strategy of hallmark co-targeting, meaning monotherapies often fail due to adaptive resistance. The paper proposes combining drugs that target distinct hallmark dimensions. For example, combining VEGF inhibitors, that is targeting the vasculature, with immune checkpoint inhibitors, that is targeting immune invasion, have shown success in liver, lung, and renal cancers. By attacking the tumor by land, air, and sea, we raise the bar for resistance. So, in conclusion, the 2025 Hallmark of Cancer Review synthesizes decades of research into a cohesive map. By understanding these 9 capabilities, 5 enabling characteristics, and the diverse cellular ecosystem, we gain a logical framework to navigate the complexity of cancer, develop and more enduring therapies. I think one cannot underestimate the importance of lifestyle and environmental toxins which can impact the microenvironment. Therefore, lifestyle modifications is also very important in controlling cancer, in preventing cancer, and making sure the patients respond better to treatment in a supportive way.